This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Bahamians are really starting to realize their true potential in the sport of baseball, and Secretary General of the Bahamas Baseball Federation, Teddy Sweeting, expects that trend to continue this summer.
Right now, we have at least anywhere from 3 to 5 young men that's going to be calling this June draft, and that is very exciting for us, and we're looking forward to it. So that shows a lot of growth, shows a lot of development that has happened over the years.
The Junior Baseball League of Nassau continuing with its best-of-3 championships yesterday at St. Andrew's Field of Dreams. After losing Game 1 in the T-Ball Championship to the Hot Fries, the Avengers weren't about to go away without a fight. They take Game 2 18-12 to set up a winner-take-all Game 3 on Saturday. The situation much the same in the junior division as well. After falling behind in their series with the Phillies, the Yankees won Game 2 yesterday 17-11 to force a do-or-die Game 3 on Saturday. As for the coach pitch division, no drama there whatsoever. After dominating the Cubs in Game 1, the Diamondbacks continued their dominance, winning Game 2 27-6 to sweep the championship in 2 straight games. And guess what? The fun doesn't stop there. Following their championships, JBLN is getting ready to go back to Grand Bahama to compete in the national championships, where they've been very successful over the years.
JBL is the defending champions in the 9-10 division, 13-15, 16-18, and 25 and under. So they've always have been very strong, but you know the powerhouse has always been Freedom Farm. They've always had a tremendous cadre of young ball players that they always bring to nationals. But what we've seen also is that Grand Bahama has really started to mature in respect of their youth programs, building upon them. So we look for a very exciting time. Some of our leagues are coming along. A lot of the leagues out of the Family Islands are doing tremendously well.
Following competition this past weekend in Puerto Rico, our men's national volleyball team has been eliminated from contention to qualify for the World Championships in Poland. Team Bahamas finished up with a record of 2-2. Both of those wins came in straight sets over Honduras, but according to head coach Raymond Rhymes-Wilson, the team played its best match in a 4-set loss to Mexico.
When we played Mexico, the guys were clicking on all cylinders. We made fairly no errors in the first set. Mexico, like the difference at this level is who makes the most errors, and we made less errors than Mexico. But when we went into the second set, we went in overconfident, and we ended up losing that set 25-15 because then we made a lot of errors, and Mexico capitalized on that. Going to the third and the fourth set, we settled down. We played a more constant game, but like I said, at this level, you cannot make 3 service errors, whereas Mexico is making no service error. You cannot take 3 and 4 and 5 times the side out when these guys are sliding out on one.
Now, in terms of the roster, a couple of changes were made for the qualifiers down in Puerto Rico, and that paid some dividends.
We were able to see some bright spots in a talented young athlete like John Isaacs. Perhaps if all the personnel who was capable of going, we wouldn't have gotten an opportunity to really evaluate his growth and development. He stepped up his game. He played the middle for Team Bahamas. He's also a right side, but we decided we'll use him in the middle, and he had a stellar tournament.
From tennis, our Davis Cup team left town today ahead of their America's Zone 3 tie next week in Puerto Rico. The team is made up of Devin Mullings, Kevin Major, Jamal Adderley, and player coach Marvin Roll.
We have a pretty deep resource here in the Bahamas. The team was that from last year, but we have probably about 6 or 7 juniors that are up and coming. So we feel confident that we'll continue to have a strong team. This is an experienced team that we have, a combination of youth and experience with Marvin and Devin. and we feel that they will have what it needs, what it takes. They're the seeded #1 team in this tournament to move up to Zone 2, and then we're hoping after that they'll move up into Zone 1 and get back to the days when we were in the America zone with Canada and America.
The inaugural IAAF World Relays took place last weekend here in the capital. Bahamian sprint sensation Anthony Strawn took part in both the 4x1 and 4x2 relays, and she spoke about what kind of effect her travel schedule had on her performance.
I was tired a little bit, but I already knew in advance that I was coming from China to come here because I originally came from Cayman to Japan, and I had to compete, and that's just, I choose this career, and that's just the life I have to accept. And if I can't accept it, then I'm obviously in the wrong career.
Bahamian quarter miler and Golden Knight Demetrius Pinder has been training with 400-meter world champion LaShawn Merritt, and he says that's been quite an experience.
We could relate on exactly being professional athletes and knowing that you must take care of your body. And every day I know I watch him, and any little thing he feels, he want to get fixed. It could be his big toey buck coming out of the bed, he want to get that fixed. So I'm just right behind him. Any little thing I feel, I want to get it fixed. So I'm making sure I stay injury and bill free.
After dealing with injury problems, it seems as though Andretti Bain is getting back to where he needs to be in order to compete at the world level, and he's excited about the future.
Last year, I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself to say, okay, let's go back. We're getting this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Right now, everything is I'm just taking it in strides. My performances are improving in training, and I tell them, okay, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. To be honest, the last time that I ran a 200 was in 2011 when I actually pulled my hamstring doing it, and that was kind of the biggest injury for me. And to come out now this weekend and run 2 quality 200s in the space of 2.5 hours. I mean, I could care less about the time. I just felt like that was a blessing just to be able to go and do that. And I felt like that was a good sign that I am on my way back.
And that will do it for sports. Don't go anywhere. The Bahamas Tonight continues after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.